The Israeli military increases bombardment on Hamas,
Gaza needs at least 500 trucks daily.
with aid trucks starting to move into the area. It's off to the races.
Wow, I mean, today was just a whirlwind for sure.
South Florida experiences the NASCAR event right from Homestead. And art takes center stage
It's a great opportunity.
at a second annual film festival. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak. Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami. This is Caplin News.
Aid relief moving into war territory as conditions for the people of Gaza worsen. On Saturday, 28 trucks made their way into Gaza to drop off food, water, and medicine, and on Sunday, 15 trucks are in the crossing area between Egypt and Gaza waiting for further security checks.
Conditions for the people of Gaza are worsening by the hour. Aid groups and Palestinian officials say that a consistent stream of aid is the only solution to help what they are calling a humanitarian crisis. There were 5 airstrikes on Sunday morning near a hospital in central Gaza, and another hospital located in northern Gaza has been told to evacuate by Israel.
20 trucks of aid to Gaza will not change much. Gaza needs at least 500 trucks daily of fuel, food, medicines, and water. As a matter of fact, for 14 days, Gaza got nothing under the Israeli siege. And its immediate need now is 7,000 trucks.
The morgue in Gaza is full and bodies line the streets in white cloths as relatives try to identify their loved ones. Florida Governor and presidential candidate Ron DeSantis is in hot water this morning after comments he made on the campaign trail about the conflict in the Middle East. Caplin News reporter Alexandra Howard has more on the study from the D.C. Bureau.
Civil rights groups are calling Ron DeSantis' comments about the Israel-Hamas war discriminatory after his presidential campaign event in Iowa.
We cannot accept people from Gaza into this country as refugees. I am not going to do that. If you look at how they behave, not all of them are Hamas, but they are all anti-Semitic. None of them believe in Israel's right to exist. None of the Arab states are willing to take, any of them. The Arab states should be taking them if you have refugees.
Governor DeSantis stating that all the 2.1 million people living in Gaza are anti-Semites is an openly racist comment. These xenophobic policies enforced by the governor who employed our tax monies in Florida, an effort to rescue American citizens, exclusively those residing in Israel, and not even mentioning the American citizens that are being bombed and murdered in Gaza as we're talking, is totally irresponsible. They want to paint a reality that is not the reality of what the people of Palestine and Gaza are living.
Along with the Americans who were flown back to the U.S. from Israel, up to 600 Americans are still in Gaza. And the Biden administration has also promised to help release all Americans in Gaza and has helped send humanitarian aid trucks into the region. Reporting for Caplin News in Washington, D.C., I'm Alexandra Howard.
The polls are closed this morning, and we are no longer to be knowing who will be sworn as Argentina's president. After yesterday's election day, the 2 candidates will be going to a runoff. The race is between left-wing candidate Sergio Massa and far-right libertarian Javier Milei. Turnout was over 75%, with more than 25 million Argentinians casting their vote. The runoff is set for November 19th.
It has been 7 years since the tragic Pulse nightclub shooting, and the city of Orlando wants to pay its respects. The city wants to buy the Pulse nightclub area and create a permanent memorial site for the victims. The plan is to buy the 4,500 square foot building for $2 million. The purchase needs a final approval from the city council at today's meeting.
Efforts in place this morning to raise money for research during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Caplin's Shamir Tuesday went to one event over the weekend at Pompano Beach Air Park.
I'm in Pompano Beach Air Park for the Think Pink Run Red 5K run. The ladies of North Broward County Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority are hosting their 9th annual Think Pink Run Red 5K for breast cancer awareness.
I'm an 11-year survivor, and I've been sharing my journey and sharing my walk with many women. I've gone to doctor's appointment with women just to encourage them and to serve as a support. So today, a portion of the funds that we raise will go to the American Cancer Society for research.
This walk really means something personal to me because I lost one of my aunts to breast cancer about 8 years ago. So every opportunity that I get to express my love for my Aunt Bernice, as well as other ladies or men that have went through this battle, I try to make sure that I support this event.
Pompano Beach Air Park is hosting another 5K run on October 29th. This is Shamir Tuzay for Caplin News.
Edgy entertainment in Palm Beach County over the weekend. Caplin News reporter Sofia Bolivar was there for the second day of the Subculture Film Festival.
I'm here in West Palm Beach, where independent South Florida films will be screened for day 2 of the Subculture Film Festival.
You have to work extra hard.
From Friday, October 20th to Sunday the 22nd, the Subculture Film Festival brought together a community of South Floridians.
It's nice to have growing institutions in South Florida who are very vocal and very supportive. I'm looking forward to screening my film and seeing the reaction to our film. We've screened it a couple times already, but it's always nice to screen your work in front of a new group of people.
The 3-day event gave a platform to several filmmakers and contributors with a distinct twist from last year's festival.
We programmed in a different way than we did the first year. We put together experimental films, documentaries, and narrative films all in one block to create more theme that can cause a feeling. So we have a block that's called I'm Not Crying, You Are, and it's obviously like a really sad block. And then we had one that was called Blood Rush. It's like a very action-heavy one.
The festival does not only screen films, but hosts industry panels, workshops, and parties for guests to network and have a good time.
I think it's a great opportunity for a lot of actors, for a lot of filmmakers to talk to each other, see each other, get exposed to things.
What once started out as a small, intimate film club has now evolved into something much bigger for the community.
Many guests have been enjoying the panels, films, and workshops that this up-and-coming South Florida Film Festival has to offer. For Caplin News, I'm Sofia Bolivar.
A surprise for fans at Inter Miami's game at Charlotte. As Caplin's Virginia Tijerino reports, Messi wasn't expected to play, but then he did.
Here at the Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, Inter Miami fans are eager to win against Charlotte FC after Wednesday's tie. Inter Miami took on Charlotte FC on Saturday, leaving Miami fans eager for a win, even with eliminations. But fans are most excited to see Messi.
I would say the experience so far has been amazing, very different from what I'm used to, very packed.
When they win, I really want to see them win because I've always really wanted to see him play the game because I've always seen it on TV. And I've been dreaming about it, and then my mom told me when I got off the bus, she was like, "You're going to see Messi," and I completely just fell.
Inter Miami might have lost, but the stage is set for an incredible comeback in the upcoming MLS season. And you might just see a familiar face in the starting lineup. I'm Virginia Tijerino from Caplin News.
Virginia mentioned upcoming matches for Messi and his Inter Miami teammates. And although the season is over, they have 2 international friendlies scheduled on China November 5th and November 6th.
The Dolphins try to keep their winning streak against the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
Wow, I mean, today was just a whirlwind for sure.
All things NASCAR was what South Florida experienced over the weekend. Newsbreak will be back in just 2 minutes.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
CWX.
You're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
NASCAR made a pit stop at the Homestead Miami Speedway for the Cup Series race. Over the weekend, NASCAR stopped by for their playoff that played a significant role in making or breaking championship hopes.
Caplin News reporter Kenneth Bueno was at Homestead Speedway.
In a tight points race for the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series Championship, Homestead Miami Speedway welcomed the challenge with the running of the Forever 400. The Cup Series playoffs brought the field to South Florida, where 40 cars lined up on the starting grid. But as the field took the green flag for the 34th time this season, the focus lay on the drivers in the round of 8, including pole sitter Martin Truex Jr., aiming to make a charge for the Bill France Cup.
Well, to win here would be huge because, to take us to the Final Four, but I think, the end goal is still, to win the championship. Yeah, it'd mean everything. I mean, it'd make me very happy. It'd make, our whole team obviously very happy. And this is the reason we do it. And be able to win it again would be everything. It'd make me feel a lot better about doing a whole nother year or two at least.
While 2022 winner Kyle Larson led 96 laps and set the tone through the first 2 stages, a crucial mistake entering pit road took him out of contention, leaving the spotlight to shine on Joe Gibbs Racing driver Christopher Bell, who took over in the waning laps over William Byron to punch the golden ticket into the championship round. The 28-year-old mentioned how resiliency mattered most after early race struggles on his second win of the season.
It was a lot, that's for sure. Wow. I mean, today was just a whirlwind for sure. To be able, to be able to overcome and to be in that bad of a spot. I mean, I was probably a quarter straight away from going a lap down. It was just incredible the difference a couple pit stop adjustments will do to your car. And I was the slowest car on the track at one point in the race, and then a couple good adjustments later, and we became one of the fastest ones.
Bell wasn't the only victor of the weekend, though, as the Craftsman Trucks and Xfinity Series ran playoff races of their own. Youth prevailed as 20-year-olds Carson Hocevar and Sam Mayer took wins and cemented their names into the championship conversation.
I've gotten a lot better as a driver. I've learned a lot more, good and bad, and it's kind of pushed us to this point in the season where we're really coming on at the right time.
With playoff drivers capturing wins in all 3 series here in Homestead, each will have a shot in their respective championship races as Phoenix Raceway will host the finale weekend in 2 weeks' time. Reporting from Homestead and Miami Speedway, Kenneth Bueno, Caplin News.
This morning, the Dolphins swim back home after facing off against the Philadelphia Eagles. Even though the Eagles dominated in a 31-17 victory, the Dolphins remain atop of the American Football Conference East. The Finns have a chance to keep the lead in the division as they take on the New England Patriots at home on Sunday.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Samantha Gutierrez.
I'm Valentina Gaspari. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.